Welcome to the Her Story Circle podcast, the podcast that brings you the extraordinary tales of everyday women who are changing the world. I'm your host, Gertrude Mache, and I'd like to acknowledge traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today. I also like to pay my respects to elders, past, present, and emerging. Every week, we dive into the lives, challenges, and triumphs of women from all four corners of the globe. We're here to inspire, enlighten, and connect, sharing stories that uplift and empower. So grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and join us as we explore the incredible journeys of women shaping our future. This is Her Story, where every woman's voice matters. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Her Story Circle. This is Gertrude Mache here in beautiful Melbourne, Australia. And today I am graced with the presence of yet another fascinating young woman. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our tribe. Please tell everybody your full name, where you're based, and share your story with us today.
Hi everyone, my name is Rocío Collantes. I'm from Panama. I have the degree in International Relations from the University of Panama in 2011, and I have the postgraduate in Climate Change in Fondo Verde, Peru. And actually, I have the coordination of Reduce all Inequalities of the Marcelino Muñoz Foundation. A charter young leader and educator. So, I organized conference about the importance of the social development education with the relationship of the Earth Charter and the social development goals of United Nations. I coordinate the activities of Ecopistin Cafe and Latin America and Caribbean. So I'm very feel happy to stay here in this space in the Her Story Circle. Thank you so much, Hetru, for the invitation. I'm very feel happy to represent my country, Panama. Nice to meet you, everyone.
So thank you so much for introducing yourself. Can you share with us what inspired you to pursue a career in international relations and what your journey has been like since graduating from the University of Panama?
Well, Hetru, my first time stay in this career, I feel to work in United Nations system and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Panama. But I inspiration because my father was former at the World Food Program, and he teach me about the importance for the United Nations system. I remember when my dad gave me the Human Rights Declaration and the ABC of the United Nations. I read about the diplomatics and the importance to represent the country. In my case, I love it when I participate in forum, in conference, and webinars. I represent my country because I express my voice. I express my inspiration, the importance for the the diplomacy, the international cooperation, the relationship of the countries, because you put the practice, the ethics and values with the peace in the world, And this is the reason we get the career of international relations in the University of Panama. So my professors are very proud of me because they are always see my webinars and activities about the Earth Charter with the relationship of the diplomacy. And I put the practice, the diplomacy of climate change.
So, climate change has been your focus and your passion, correct?
Yes, it's my passion, Hetru. It's my passion. I love it, the nature,
So
you
you
know.
have a postgraduate degree focused on climate change and international climate negotiations. How do you see these
Yeah.
negotiations evolving, and what role do you believe they play in addressing global climate change challenges?
Well, Hetru, in this case, for example, in my organization, Air Charter International, use always the Air Charter document. And in the Air Charter document, in the Pillar 2, in the ecology, integrity ecology, describe about the climate change. And I always use this pillar of the charter with the relationship of the Sustainable Development Goals. In this case, the Sustainable Development Goals 13, the climate change, no? Describe the conventions and the laws about the protect the environment in the world. So in the case in Panama, I have the big sample, my mother. Why my mother? Because my mother is an agricultural engineer. My mother teach me about the importance to love the nature, love the air planet, because the air planet is our the home of the world, you know. And when you see the animals, the wild animals, the animals express by touch, you know, you feel the animals to express of the natural. I love it. I love it to see in the indigenous culture when you see the designs of the dress, skirts, and bad hands, bad heads. You know, see the flowers, see the birds, let's see the parrots, you know. And this is the reason why my inspiration for the climate change. It's very important because you can put the practice the climate change in diplomacy, the all areas in the career. But I like put the ethics with the air charter document. Use the in this case the climate change. You know,
I love that.
yeah.
So, with your diploma in human rights and gender equity, how do you integrate these aspects into your work in international affairs?
Well, Hetero, is that a great question because always put the ethics in this because in international affairs you see that the equality gender and for example put the practice for the sustainable development goals number 5 equality gender but the people forget the human rights. Why always mention it the human rights? Because the human rights was created in December 10, 1948. Panama have a big participation for the father of the diplomacy, Ricardo J. Alfaro. Why Ricardo J. Alfaro? Because Ricardo J. Alfaro working together with the Eleanor Roosevelt, the Human Rights Declaration in Spanish version. We always put in practice in Panama this speaks about the equality gender. In the career too in international affairs, in this case, the University of Panama always organize activities about this. And I have the conference about the women's working about. For example, in Panama have a great woman the first lawyer in the history Panamanian, named Clara González de Beringer, the first woman to get the diploma in law and political science in University of Panama. And she always working about for this the equality gender of the women and the men to have the equality salary, equality employment, and equality all about this for equality gender, you know.
It's a really important topic to
Yeah,
remember and to stay focused on. So,
yeah.
can you discuss the impact of representing Panama as a young delegate at various international summits and conferences? And how have these experiences shaped your perspective on international issues?
Well, Hetero, the true, why I have a big experience in 2022 when coordinate and attend 298 youth delegates for the Sixth Forum of the Americas, was organized of Young America Business Trust and Organization American States. I had this opportunity because I'm a unique Panamanian can attend all youth delegates of Americas. It's a beautiful experience because now the young people for this forum told me, Rocio, you are the leader. I consider you the leader because you coordinate this activity. I coordinate this activity in virtual, not on site. And I remember when the YBT asked me, Rocio, uh, you, I very feel grateful for you because you attend all your delegates. I remember that your delegates told me, Rocio, the YBT OAS, forget them. What happened? Don't worry. We are the clever. Come on now. Let's do it to working the declaration of June for this forum. We are together working the declaration in WhatsApp web. Use the tools, uh, the Google Drive. Use that word. We are write all declaration. For this methodology, the YBT share the Declaration of Youth, and in this declaration mentioned use the Air Charter document for the democracy, peace, and no violence. And the Air Charter International put the big history after to working the webinars. We are the winner to get the mentioned the Air Charter document in this declaration. And this is my experience for this little history about this forum. But in Panama, in this case, the young people always participate in the activities of forum about the climate change action, the equality gender, about the inequalities, about to the agricultural environment. But in Panama have always been represented. No, but I told you about my experience for in this case.
Yes.
So
That's just
yeah,
amazing. So
yeah,
you've been representing your country in quite a few things. That's awesome.
yeah.
Now, my next question for you is around your leadership. In your leadership, sustainability, and ethics program, what are the key takeaways and how do you apply these learnings to your current endeavors?
It's a good question, Gertrude. Well, I get in this case the leadership, sustainability, and ethics in the Air Charter International. I remember when the Air Charter International shared the information in the website and apply in 2017. The Air Charter International always share the courses. In this case, too, the diploma in sustainable development of education. When you get the diploma, the leadership, sustainability, and ethics, you have the title of Air Charter Young Leader. If you have the diploma in sustainable development of education, you have that title in Air Charter Educator. I have the two titles, Air Charter Young Leader and Educator too. Well, in other years, 2017 and 2021. It's very very nice this program. You can get these courses in virtual, not
Okay.
necessarily on site.
Yeah,
But it's very nice. The courses of the Charter International in this case, now in my experience.
that is wonderful.
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful. So, my next question is, as an official member of the Young Leaders of the Earth chapter, What initiatives or projects have you been involved in, and what are their objectives?
Well, through the Earth-Shattering Leaders movement, always participation in the forums, conference,
Mhm.
and in outside or virtual, because when we see the activities in the website of the others organization, the NC Watley stay here always. For example, in 2019 and 2020, the Charter leaders have the participation with the Millions Movement, the program about the Sustainable Development Goals. And we have the in two times this is experience, and we have the organized webinars about the Earth Charter with the Sustainable Development Goals, about to the climate change, about to the equality gender with the others organization. In this case, for Ecopistin Cafe and Marcelino Munoz Foundation, because when the people ask to the HRT leaders, hey, what is the HRT document? It's the first time listen about this document. I don't know about this. When the NCLA explain about the HRT document, the people have big surprise. Say, oh my God, this document is very recognized for UNESCO and stay the center in San Jose, Costa Rica. But the NCLA always share the extracurricular earlier in the world. And we have the members in China, in Africa too, in Nigeria, in Cameroon, in Kenya. We have the extracurricular leaders in Peru, in Panama, all countries in the world. This is the
Mhm.
movement actually for the extracurricular leaders now.
Wow,
Hmm.
that's good to know that it's a global movement.
Yeah,
It's not just one region. So, with your background in policy
yeah.
innovation, what innovative policies do you think are needed to address the current global challenges?
Well, the innovation is very important here too. In my personal opinion, we need put more ethics about those, because the next generation needs experienced leaders, needs experienced people working about this. For example, the academic entrepreneurs, the CEO and founder, Paula Mills from Australia, always teaching the young people about the how to make to design the eco-friendly negotiation. Have the entrepreneur project about this for the environment. And you can have inspiration or people about the how to make the little garden in your house,
Mhm.
how to make a little jewels in nature in your high school, in the university, the all social network. But I love it. This takes all about that innovation. We need more promote. In this case, I believe too the innovation about the technologies, because I see that young people when design about the software of your cell phone or your computer is very,
Mhm.
very amazing. For example, uh, Air Charter International have had very nice social networking about the mapping, but mapping
Mhm.
is closed. Describe about how to make the shared activities of a charter with the sustainable development goals. But you can design a application about the social networks about this. But in this world, the innovation is very important to share more this, because the young
Mhm.
people, the old people in the world, depend for the products when the people ask the producer how much money for this, but it's very original and unique. I love it. But this is
Okay.
my opinion.
I can see you're very passionate about it.
Yeah.
So, during the Latin American and Caribbean Conference of Social Sciences, what were some of the significant discussions or outcomes, and how did they influence your work?
Well, the true when I participate in this activity, uh, I have a good friends from Colombia and the other countries.
Mhm,
I remember when I see uh, a Pepe Mojica and a Lula da Silva in this activity now in present in Colombia in 2015, and I listen all other countries in the world how to make to have more ethics and values about the laws, about the conventions, can put the peace in the world, And
mhm,
I remember when I was a Colombian people, why have more problems. I don't know what happened. We have other epoch. Uh, I remember when I told about these people, hey, I very scared because sometimes I very feel to come that tear war, and the people say me really, Rocio, no, because why have more conflicts? I don't know what
mm,
happened. I remember to see the equality gender group, the environment group too, and the people told about you know, the politics about the democracy, about the conservation, you know. But very interesting my experience in Medellin, Colombia, for this conference. Listen the opinions of all participants for this conference, about to the
mm.
human rights, very important, and
Yes,
and to the social stories, for countries.
I love it. Right, so I have two more questions for
Yeah.
you. The second to last question is, at the 5 Year Forum of the Americas, you participated in a workshop on corruption and sustainable development. What are your views on the relationship between these two areas? How can they be addressed effectively?
Well, the true I I have effectively in the corruption sustainable development. Why? Because the corruption and the sustainable development describe about the problems of the environment and the climate change and discrimination people in the world.
Mhm,
Because in the declaration for this activity organized for Joe American Business Trust and Organization American States, I remember for this year my first participation for the Chateau Leader. Wow, 2018, 6 years ago, Gertrude. I
mhm.
have a big, excellent experience because I stay in my second nation, Peru, because my father is Peruvian, and I
Okay.
have my second nationality. And the Peruvian people told about this very important relationship, this the corruption and sustainable development. Where describes the problems, the environment in the world, not only Peru, in
Right.
the world. And I mentioned the examples for Panama about the projects coordinated for the Ministry of Agricultural with the United Nations Environment Program, UNEP, in this case, and the World Food Program too. So the problem when I mentioned it in this forum, Gertrude, we have excellent
Mhm,
projects, but the countries sometimes not put the projects. The people tell the problem is United Nations. Americans say no. The problem is not this organization, because these organizations only sorry the country how to put the practice the project. In final, we the president of the republic of the country approve the projects. The project is only a design. Is that true? True.
Right.
In this forum where we are speak about these details and mention
Yeah.
the title, the corruption and social development.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it sounds to me like there is a lot of work still to be done, and you are very passionate about this. So I just want to thank you for this amazing
Yeah.
interview. It's always good for us to get the voices of all over the world sharing what they're doing, how you're making a change in the world as well. So thank you so much.
Well, in the final question, I want to give my legacy of the next generation, because I believe that young people, I believe, because when you feel a leader, you give the tools of this to young people. I always the young people ask to me a favor, Rocio, please stay in my conference. Please explain about the Earth, explain about the sustainable goals, explain about the human rights, because you are original and you are a unique woman. But I'm very considered um, unique, original person, like to put the ethics, put the peace in the world. I believe it, and I have the inspirations, woman, for in this case, Panamanian, Clara González Belcher, the lawyer, the Princess Diana. I love it, the Princess Diana. But I want to say, the young people, hey, go to the dreams, go to the, of your goals, because you are unique. Go, go now. Go ahead. But I want to give my legacy.
No, thank
I like to that people remember me. Rocio is a unique person, like to share about the love the earth charter, love the nature, love the animals. This is me, and I love it. The international relations, and I
thank
love
you,
it food,
Rosie.
and I love it. You know.
Thank you. So thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who tuned in today. The Her Story Circle is bringing you stories from women from all over the world. Today we were in Panama. Tune in again tomorrow when I interview yet another amazing guest. In the meantime, have a fantastic day, morning, or evening, wherever you are in the world. And bye for now. Thank you, Rosia.
No, thank you to Hetero. Love you so much. Thank you for the interview. And see you soon in the next activity with you. Thank you for your invitation, darling. Love you so much. Thank you, everyone.
So thank you for tuning into the Her Story Circle podcast. I hope today's story has inspired you to believe in the power of our stories and the difference you can make in the world when you use your voice. I'm Gertrude Mache, and it's been an honor to share this space with you, where voices from all walks of life come together to weave a rich tapestry of diverse perspectives. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review our podcast to help us share these stories with more listeners. Follow us on social media by looking for the Her Story Circle podcast for more updates. And join us tomorrow for another episode filled with courage, resilience, and empowerment. Remember, your story matters, and together we're building a stronger, more inclusive world. Until next time, keep